Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen.
Sade wants to know, she's got a 3-year-old in ABA, they have speech OT, they were allocated 24 hours of ABA, but she only sits through about 2.5 hours a day, 6 days a week. So that's around 12 hours, she says. They started ABA in October. They're having it in the home because the child can't wear a mask, so they can't go to the center. And she's asking, she really wants to encourage language in this 3-year-old, that there's some language, but not conversational. So, and this 3-year-old is able to read, Anyway, October of 2020 is when they started ABA. So, but they're only getting like 12 hours a week.
Right. So, I mean, I think, and as the founder of CARD, which is also an ABA provider who also lost 1,000 or so behavior technicians during COVID, and is also another provider that has a shortage of therapists, I understand the provider side. But as someone who cares deeply about our kids, and I'm trying to kind of help you and advise you parents, I would say you need to have a really increased number of hours. And I just read that the same parent said the child won't sit through more. If the child won't sit through more, there's something wrong with the ABA. For having started in October, it needs to be fun. By now, you've had about 6 months, 5 months, and they need to increase the reinforcers significantly so that your child will sit through more. And you need to call the company that you're with and constantly ask for your other 12 hours. Even 24 is on the low side. And you need to, if they are not able to provide you with people, then you need to either change your provider or actually just even find, this is the way I tell parents to kind of help empower their providers, find capable young people and refer them to your provider so that your provider can train them. At least this is what we do at CARD. If you're a parent with CARD, please refer anyone who has just finished high school. The only requirement we have is that they must have finished high school. We will do all the rest. We will train these individuals very well and make sure that they are ready to come and work with your child. Keep telling your provider that these cancellations are not working. Everything you wrote in here makes sense. It's terrible when the therapists cancel, when there's a constant influx of new people, they take time to get your child. It's just a constant thing. You don't need a reevaluation. The parent just asked, should I request a reeval? You don't need a reeval. You just need, I assume you have a board certified behavior analyst, the BCBA. The BCBA needs to increase reinforcers and make the activities a little bit more fun, and then gradually increase demands. I hear you. We just need to be kind of squeaky wheels when it comes to our kids.
Absolutely. And I loved, I don't know if you noticed, I was applauding because, a lot of times people, because in fact, we have somebody ask a question about, let me go to it because Bernadette said something that broke my heart. Bernadette said, we worked with CARD for many years to learn and support a now adult with ASD. Always lost and shocked as to what to say when I hear professionals who speak so negatively about ABA and any advice. And I'm with you, Bernadette, that I hear this all the time, that, all these people will say all these negative things about ABA. And I'm always saying to people, are we talking about quality ABA? Because there is such a difference between quality ABA and this schlocky thing that a lot of people seem to be doing now that they call ABA. And there are many different things that are the hallmark of ABA, but you just heard good ABA, quality ABA. You just heard Dr. Grand-Pichet, one of the biggest ones, which is it's not something wrong with the child. If it's not working, it's not wrong with the child. If
Oh,
they're
yeah.
telling you, well, we can't do more ABA because he or she won't sit still, then that is not good quality ABA. That is like, boom, red flag. And it's them, not your child. And if you are ever hearing an ABA provider saying, well, we can't do that because your child can't do that, I would say to you, it's time to have a real heart to heart with them, because they're not the right people for your child.
Yeah. And I think the parent just wrote in a very, very good question, which is, what is quality ABA? And we should maybe spend a couple of minutes on that, because I think it's a really important thing for everyone who's listening right now. There's many features to a good quality ABA. It's, on the one hand, you want to make sure that the provider has done training with every single individual. I was shocked the other day to hear that an organization that is led by two individuals who actually used to work for me at CARD, and I thought very highly of them as supervisors, as BCBAs, don't provide training when they hire people. And I was shocked to hear that, because that breaks my heart, because you getting a young person in your home who comes to the parent and says, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. That's not quality. That's a good example of what is wrong. The people coming to your home or working in a center, and that's why we kind of, it's one of the reasons we prefer center-based, because our BCBAs are there and they get to see everything. But the key to it is that they should be well trained in the techniques of ABA. So that's one thing. And you have to have a BCBA, a board certified behavior analyst, or a licensed individual who has a lot of experience in this field, like a licensed MFT or PhD, and they should just have experience in the field. Now, that is one side of it. The other side of it is that those individuals should spend a lot of time with you. So the behavior technicians should be doing an adequate number of hours, which really is different for each child. If you're doing a comprehensive program, which means if you have a young child, child below the age of, let's say, 6 or 7, then your hours should really be not less than 20. You should be working on a pretty global program. That means you're trying to teach a multitude of different things. So you need 20 to 40 hours a week of therapy. 5 hours is not going to teach your child everything they need. If you're past that age, and if you're more focused on one thing or another, let's say you're a teenager and you're focusing on, table manners, or getting a job, vocational skills, or something like that, then you could do a more focused program, which would be more like 10 or 15 hours, just focused on that one task, one skill. So the hours matter, and also the BCBA hours. So the amount of time the supervisor spends with you, it matters. So the first one was the quality. The second one is the intensity, the hours. The third one is parent training. So you really, the more you know and the more you're involved, the better everything is going to go. And I promise you, it'll just make sense to you a lot more, and you'll be able to catch the therapists, and you'll be able to catch the BCBA, and you'll be contributing, and you'll feel very empowered, because you'll be able to also tell people, like, oh, by the way, this, and I saw that, and this hasn't generalized, and how do we do this, and so on. And so you'll be more of a part of the team, and you're the one with the child all the time. So you will be the most important player on that team once you're trained. So that's another really big part of it.
Can I interject there, though, Dr. Grant-Pichet, that it is so essential that parents learn these things, but not to the extent that it's the only thing. Thanks for watching Autism Live. If you found anything helpful in this video, please give us a like. In fact, make sure that you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a like on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram for important updates. And please download our free podcast wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now.
To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.